almost springtime and it's drizzling. That's why I'm here inside the house, and this is the time when most gardeners start to sow some seeds and start to garden. But here in Los Angeles, we can garden year-round. Gardening is fun and rewarding in many ways, and the question that most people ask is how to start a garden, how to start an edible garden. So we have full-time jobs, we have very hectic schedule, so our gardening style is just like simple, quick, easy, like just the basic. We don't mix our soil, we don't mix like pesticides, so just the very basic of gardening. Our main goal in gardening is just to be able to eat like freshly picked organic vegetables. And when you garden with kids, they tend to eat vegetables too. So it's more of like living a healthier lifestyle as a family. So that is just our goal for gardening. It's not too complicated. It's just like the very, very basic. And that's what this video is about, the basic of gardening. So the question is, how do we start an edible garden? So first you need to find a spot in your garden that is sunny, because vegetables and fruits, they need sunlight. So our garden is perfect because it gets morning sun and gets shaded by the house in the afternoon. So in the morning, as you can see, all the plants are facing like that way because the sun is there. So during midsummer here in Los Angeles, it can get really, really hot. So our plants are protected by the shade of our house. Find a spot in your garden that gets morning sun, so that would be a perfect location to start a garden. So as for like where do you plant, you can directly sow on the ground, which is not ideal for where we are because our soil tends to get compact over time, which I mentioned in the other video. So we like growing on raised beds. Those two are like 4x8 raised beds that my husband and I built. We are not handy at all, but we were able to build those, so it's quite easy. We just bought the wooden planks from Home Depot and just like built those two, and then you can also customize it according to whatever size you like. We have two other boxes that are smaller. We made 2x4 boxes. And then or you can grow on grow bags. The one on the middle of those two boxes, there are like 1 gallon grow bags there from Garden. I made another video for those. 1 gallon grow bags are great for herbs, for growing herbs. The great thing about growing on grow bags is that you can move them around where the sun is. During winter, our garden is shaded, so we have those herbs there. We have like some herbs on the herb garden too, but it's great to have them there because they get like full sun. The green one are also like grow bags. Those are ideal for potatoes because they have that flap, and those are from Caveen, and I also have another video for those. And then my favorite is growing on those raised beds, those 4x4 raised beds. They are quite pricey, but they last a long time. We had them for 5 years now. Those are 4 feet by 4 feet raised beds. Or you can grow on a wine barrel like this. This is ideal for growing blueberries, or whiskey barrels like this. We have a blueberry bush here and strawberries. So you have endless options on where to grow your edibles depending on your preference. So for me, I like growing on 4x4 beds and or any raised beds and grow bags. Then for plants that are crawling or climbing, like peas, beans, bitter melon, those plants, you need to provide them with a trellis. And we have, I don't know if you can see from here, those trellis by the fence. Those are just very, very simple trellis too. We just bought like 9 wooden stakes from our garden center. So we just put 6 vertical posts, 3 horizontal, and then just like tie them with zip ties. And then we put garden wires in between, which is like perfect to like really cheap, like probably like $12 a trellis. Hello, birdie. Then watermelons too. We grow those tiny watermelons and we have them crawl on those like trellis too. So what else? Sunlight is very important, and next would be the soil. So for the soil, again, as I mentioned, we don't mix our soil, we just buy our soil, and this is the soil that we use. This Harvest Supreme, this is our favorite soil. So G&B Organic Harvest Supreme, so it's a premium soil amendment with 15% chicken manure. So this is 2 cubic feet. We've been using this for a couple of years now, and we really like it. And then so we have the sun and the soil, and then the next thing is water. Water is very important too. Regular watering is very important. So during summertime, we water our plants every day in the morning. Always water your plants, and I've said it in the other videos too. Always water your plants in the morning. These are mustard and Chinese cabbage. Because if you let the leaves stay wet overnight, they tend to get attacked by like pests and diseases. Always water your plants in the morning so they have a time to dry up during the day. And for the trees, the fruit-bearing trees,
here's our tower of donut peaches.
you have to do deep watering, meaning like about 8 minutes. You water them like about 8 minutes, and not as frequent, about like 3 to 4 times a week during summertime, unless it's like really, really hot, and less frequent during winter time. And then for the like now it's raining, in a few days we will see a lot of slugs and snails. So for that, I'm going to show you what we use. For slugs and snails, we use Slago. This is very, very effective. So this is for earwigs too. So earwigs, roly-poly, slugs and snails, we get them usually after the rain. And then with earwigs, they tend to hide in those like, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, artichoke. They would be hiding in those like things. So this is like, so we use this for like those. And then for the other, like on the leaves, you would get like stuff like, black spot. No, we don't get those. So spider mites, we get those on tomatoes and eggplant. So don't like plant tomatoes next to an eggplant, because when your eggplant gets attacked by like spider mite, this is always the problem with like with the nightshade like plants. So they're always attacked by spider mites. Like one season it started on the eggplant and moved on to the tomatoes. So now we plant them like far apart. So like this is for rust. We don't get rust too. I think we get rust on the roses, but not on the vegetables. So spider mites, aphids, whiteflies, and other like insects. So this is like neem oil. We use neem oil for like those things, and this is ready to use. So we just spray them. Whenever we see like something, so they don't like spread out. Like see, it's very simple. We don't like spend a lot of time in the garden. Oh, we spend time in the garden to relax. Sometimes we work there, but to garden, like to tend them, it's very, very minimal effort. Oh, and one more thing, if you can install an auto drip system, do that too. It will make your gardening like way easier. Again, we are not that handy, so we had our gardener install it, but I don't think it's that difficult. But now I move things around. I can add more like sprinklers, or like I know which like spouts to use. And I think that's it for today. Again, this is just the very basic of growing an edible garden. So if you have any question, just post them down below and I will be more than happy to answer them. Thank you so much for watching. Please click on the like button and subscribe, and if you have not subscribed yet, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.